Here is my video on how to create a wedding planning budget for your Indian or South Asian wedding. Before I dive in, a warm welcome to my new subscribers around here. My name is Poonam and I am a wedding and event planner based in Sydney, Australia. If you would like to see more of me on this channel, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that bell to be notified whenever I publish a new video, and give me a comment below. Tell me what you think about my channel and my videos. Would love to know what your thoughts are and hear from all my subscribers from all over the world. First things first, when it comes to creating a wedding budget, you can't just pluck a number out of thin air. As I explained in this video here, the average cost for an Aussie wedding for one day is around $65,000 to $70,000. That is just an average though, and it doesn't necessarily apply to our style of weddings. In this video, I'm going to run through the easy step-by-step process on how to set a wedding budget. I will cover setting priorities, building the vision, the guest numbers, budget range, and approaching your vendors. Setting priorities. I mention it time and time again in previous videos and in my content that it's really important to know what your wedding priorities are. I like to keep these anywhere between 3 to 5 things at minimum. Wedding priorities are those things that make you really excited when you think about your wedding. This will not only help you with setting up your budget, but it will also help with the decision-making process further down the line when it comes to searching for your wedding suppliers. Wedding priorities could be something like having live entertainment at your wedding reception, or a fine art wedding photographer who captures all those minute details, not just photographs of you and your partner. Perhaps you're not all that fussed about these things altogether and it's more about how you look, so you're more focused on your outfit. Quick tip, just know that the bulk of your wedding budget is going to go toward your venue, your catering, and potentially your outfits if you really want to splurge. Now that you know that your budget allocation will go toward these aspects of your wedding, everything else will be secondary. Building your vision. Will you use Pinterest or will you use Instagram? It honestly does not matter which platform you use to plan your wedding vision. Once you have the priorities set, you can start to build that inspiration. Creating the guest list is the next step that I want you to take. More people equals more mouths to feed, equals bigger venue, equals more money. So let's simplify that. More people equals more money. So guest numbers are going to play a significant part in how you plan out your budget. All I'm saying in short is to have a really long, hard think before you commit to inviting 500 plus wedding guests. What is the most amount you can spend for this wedding? How flexible are you willing to be? Can you pay for all of this upfront, or will you be putting it on credit? Will you be asking help from your parents or your in-laws? Better to have these difficult conversations and answer these questions now, early on in the wedding planning process, as opposed to diving into the deep end and getting caught out and regretting it later. Let's take a step back here to creating the guest list. Divide your dream wedding budget number by the number of people that are attending for each event. Now you have your cost per person. For now, just assume every single person is going to attend your wedding. So say for example, the overall spend for your wedding is going to be $300,000. I want you to now break it up. The Sangeet party, for instance, which is your song and dance party, might be around $100,000. And say, supposing you are inviting 200 guests, 100,000 divided by 200 guests equals 500. Quick tip here, you are going to have to figure out very early on if you are going to have a sit-down dinner or a cocktail party for this particular event. So that's $500 per person. Think about it, for a sit-down dinner, you can expect to pay anywhere around $200 per person for food and beverage. This will include your most basic beverage package: red wine, white wine, soft drinks, orange juice, water. If you want premium cocktails or whiskeys, then you might need to add an extra $50 to $100 per person on top of that. So that's an additional expense per person. So already that's quite a bit of percentage gone toward your food and beverage. In terms of decor, again, if you are having a highly styled wedding and it's a sit-down dinner, you will need things like linen, place settings, centerpieces, crockery, cutlery, perhaps wedding favors. What if it's a cocktail party though? Then you'll need things like lounge seating, dry bars, custom design bar perhaps. Say supposing I need a mandap or a stage backdrop or something similar, then that's going to add a fair amount to your budget spend as well. Stationery wise, you will need to account for things like invitations, signage, menu cards, place cards. How about entertainment? Well, a DJ here in Australia can be anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000. Your DJ may also include things like sound and lighting equipment, staging, all those different elements that make your DJ package awesome. Photography and video. Now that's another big ticket supplier that you will want to invest in. So highly recommend that you put a lot of budget spend toward photography and video. Wedding planner or stylist. Wedding planner or stylist, now that can be anywhere from 5% to 15% of your overall budget spend. Really depends though on what type of service you're after from a planner or a coordinator or a stylist. I speak more about wedding planners, coordinators, and stylists in this video here, so I will link to that below in the description. How can I, of course, forget about your wedding outfits? That is also for every single function. You'll need outfits for yourself, for your partner, for your parents, siblings, extended wedding party members. I'm just saying, there is a lot, so do keep that in mind for your wedding outfit budget too. So we've established now that these are your big ticket expenses. Where to from here? Approaching your dream wedding vendors. Another quick tip, not every vendor will price the same. Let me give you an example. A bedside table from Kmart is going to be significantly lower in price in comparison to a bedside table from West Elm. Once you've reached this step, start approaching your dream wedding vendors and ask them what can you expect to spend for their particular type of service. Once you have an idea, you can now work out whether these numbers fall within your budget range. Remember, this step of approaching your wedding vendors actually links back to working out your wedding priorities. That's it. Wait though, I do want to go back to my opening statement about the average cost of a wedding. Every person, every community is different. These publications out there do not necessarily focus on the various demographics. They don't break it down. They don't talk about the type of wedding or the ethnicity of these community groups. The system that I have provided you with in this particular video is a very basic process on how to plan the budget out very early on in your wedding planning journey. You can use a spreadsheet or a budget tracking tool, whatever is easiest for you. I hope you enjoyed this video and found these tips super helpful. Don't be afraid to provide some feedback in the comments for me, or tell me if any particular points stood out for you. If you want a free resource, I invite you to download my free wedding planning checklist. That link is in the description below. Once again, please give this video a thumbs up if you loved it. Don't forget to hit the bell to be notified and leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. I will see you again real soon. Bye for now.